For Jose, Michael Halpern, and John Walsh.
Check.
Check. Jose Collazo, 6705 Shrimp Road, representing Louie C. the Mayor Entertainment. Good morning, Madam Mayor and fellow commissioners. So I'm not gonna take too much time up here. I'm gonna just get straight to the meats and potatoes of what's going on around here. Number one, selective enforcement. Since March 17th, we got shut down on Duval Street, okay? We're supposed to be one human family. We're not supposed to be half a family. So this selective enforcement stops today.
Louie, what's your address on Duval Street that you got shut down?
618 Duval Street. May I finish?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, like I said, this selective enforcement is gonna stop today because we can't continue to pick one segment of the community and continue to kick people while they're down. This is just not fair. I agree with you. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem, but this is just not the way to do it. We could have had this thing going a long time ago. We could have sat together a long time ago and we wouldn't be right here because communication is key to solving problems. So that's number one. Number two, I've been a promoter for a very long time. If you want to add to the problem, you go ahead and pass this curfew, and what you'll do, you'll create the following. Number one, you'll have people going to the bar trying to rush in. Instead of getting 2 drinks, they're gonna get 8 drinks, okay? Also, what'll happen is people will have house parties that are unregulated and completely out of control. 1, check. Can y'all hear me?
You're on.
Okay.
You're on.
So what'll happen is, instead of downgrading the COVID cases, you're gonna increase COVID cases, because this is what's happening. You know, sometimes people sit around here in offices, they don't know what's going on the street. So if you have a square footage like Duval Street, you got people spread out, and you got a long time to go different places. So you definitely 100%, 1,000,000% adding to the problem, because people will just have their own parties like you see all over the nation, and you'll see our case count go up. Thank you, Chris Schultz, for that information. Number 3, we need to start controlling our household around here, okay? So let people decide what they want to do in their own house and how they're gonna act on certain situations. For example, Commissioner Mary Lou, she decides to be on a Zoom call. That's her prerogative. Last time I checked, this ain't a dictatorship, this is a democracy. So let's get back to let people make their own decision. I'm with you 1,000,000% on masks, but we've got to have better communication. Also, it's time for flexing muscles around here. I'm gonna start with the #1 city manager worldwide, planets above and beyond, nationwide, Mr. Velez. This gentleman here got a hard job. Unfortunately, up there, you guys got a very hard job also. And occasionally you gotta hurt feelings. So if feelings get hurt, you gotta deal with this. It's a very tough position. You guys knew what you signed up for when you got here. Also, Madam Mayor, I'm not exactly sure what we did to get this position with you, because I respect you. I think you're a very bright woman, and I just don't know why we're being treated this way. And we need to be heard. Our voices need to be heard. You can't just listen to one side of the community. You need to listen to everybody and then form an opinion. So it's okay to be sitting at home watching TV and getting reports from code enforcement and Chief Brandenburg, one of the best chiefs in the world, but you gotta get on the streets and see what's going on, talk to people and go see, because sometimes I get a call and say there's 118 people at a bar. These people don't know how to judge crowds. There might be only 72 people at the bar, okay? So it's an exaggeration, so you gotta see for yourself. And last but not least, I would hope that you start putting some respect on the service industry's name. That's my time. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Louie, just a couple more things there, hon. So, what's your suggestion?
Suggestion is that you come down with me on the streets and start shaking hands and kissing babies literally.
Okay, so that's gonna slow our spread of
No,
COVID.
I'm saying literally. Hear the last word, literally. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm not gonna
what's
put
your
you in a bad
suggestion?
spot.
What's your suggestion, Louie? I mean, we're all trying to come up with ways that we can keep our economy moving and slow the spread of COVID. I mean, you had 4 really good points. Communication is one. That's the reason you're standing behind that microphone right now. Because we want to talk. We want to make sure that we're moving forward. But what's your suggestion on how to get masks on people in your establishments?
Do you want to apply for the best mayor in the world? Would you consider that? I said, would you consider applying to be the best mayor in the world?
Louis,
Yes or no?
feel like I'm on a
I'm
podcast.
going with you, so what I'm telling you is, if you communicate with people, I've asked you a lot of times, come to the table. You want to set a football field apart? We'll blend bullhorns, microphones, whatever you want to do, and then we'll have a communication. With communication, you resolve issues. But you have to talk to everybody. This ain't half a human family. There's one human family that start talking to everybody. You might not like what they hear, but at least, you know, you give them the voice.
So how do we reduce the spread of COVID?
You reduce the spread of COVID by a lot of the stuff that's been saying here. Social distancing, wear masks, have common sense. And the main thing is, if you have a problem and you never want to have a chance to have COVID, you ever been to the bank? They got that big vault door that spins the wheel. You go over there and lock yourself at the house, you'll never have a chance to have COVID. I don't know what else to tell you.
Thanks, Louis. Any questions for Louis?
Mayor?
Yes, Commissioner Kaufman?
Mr. Collazo?
Yeah.
Sir, I really appreciate what you're saying, and I, for one, would take you up on that if I was invited to go downtown with you and shake hands.
What's your appointment looking like?
I'm gonna open it up.
Hey, talk has come to the end, actions speak louder
No,
than words.
and I'll
Make it happen.
no, hold on, I'll give we're gonna make it happen, but my question is this. I think, that as a promoter, you're reaching probably lots of people that probably don't look at the city's Facebook page, you know, a whole different population. So really, a partnership with you, people like you, is important. So I guess my question for you is, in your promoting, when you're promoting, I guess online and otherwise, I think you are including safety measures for COVID in your promotions, right? Aren't you?
Yes, I want to pioneer a program that's similar to the bubble. Obviously, you can't do a bubble in a bar or restaurant because people got to leave, but something similar to that. And we could have been talking about this a long time. Bruce Burroughs came out here March 3rd. So we got a typhoon, Hurricane 5. This like Hurricane 6 coming your way. And like the whole nation, we was a little bit slow to respond, but that's okay, nobody's fault. It's not for you guys not trying, but I think where we failed as a city is we don't have communication with all the people. And as many of y'all could go to the streets, and some of y'all are in the streets, you know, with your business and stuff up here, you'll see what's going on, and I promote safety. I don't want none of my friends or anybody to die. I don't want you to die, I don't want nobody to die. Any person in the world, I don't want to die. So we have to get back together. This is Key West, we're the Conquering Republic. We are an example of greatness, and this is where we need to go. So thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Michael Halpern, and then John Walsh.
Madam Mayor, can I just have some photos with Sam and